things really started going wrong.
Things had spun out of control.
It was like the night has come over during daytime.
The death of Matthew Goni was a turning point in South Africa's revolution.
We must never forget what happened to this country.
Well, in 1985, 4 men were assassinated by an apartheid police hit squad, becoming one of South Africa's most notorious political murders. The murders, which came to be known as the Cradock Four, were a turning point, triggering a state of emergency and other events leading to the release of Mandela within 5 years. Today, AfricDocs marks the 20th day of reconciliation in South Africa with the screening of the award-winning Cradock Four documentary by David Forbes. The documentary delves into one of apartheid's murkiest and most controversial episodes. David is in studio with us now. Good to have you on the program and welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you, Leanne. Yeah,
Good.
and good morning to all your viewers.
Absolutely, thank you so much. Let's remind viewers, especially the younger ones, the story behind the Cradock Four. What happened then?
Well, Matthew Goniwe was a school teacher. He was a very, very good school teacher, and he was also a great organizer. And he began organizing general unhappiness around high rents, bad roads, no facilities in townships. And so the security police tried to move him away from the area, and he refused to move. So the education department said he'd fired himself, sparking a school's boycott, and so it became a flashpoint. And things just got worse and worse and worse until finally the government decided that these troublemakers had to be permanently removed from society. And that was a decision taken at the highest level, and these men were then assassinated by a police hit squad, which then covered up the murders.
Unbelievable.
And it was one of the most horrific murders because, these men were stabbed 63 times.
Sure.
And then they were burnt.
Wow.
So it's one of the most horrendous episodes, and it marked the start of hit squad activity in South Africa.
In South Africa.
Yeah.
Why did you feel that you needed to embark on this journey?
Well, I have a long history with the Eastern Cape. Is one reason. Those men were sort of my contemporaries. Fort Kalato was born the same year as me, so and when it actually happened, we all knew who it was. We knew it was them. Who had murdered them, and so I always just felt that this was a story that needed to be told, because they were really extraordinary men who gave their lives for our liberation.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's quite amazing to see some of the footage that you actually managed to get your hands on during this documentary. Where did you find it? Where did you source all of this?
Archives. I did a lot of archive research. Found various archives. There's an interview in the film with Matthew. It's the only footage of him which exists, speaking about education, speaking about apartheid. And when he speaks, it's amazing. He just has such complete clarity about
the event,
everything, and he explains everything in a way that is just so logical that you can't ignore it. And I think this is one of the reasons why he was murdered, because he was just a great leader and a wonderful organizer.
Amazing. When did you complete this film?
When
did you finish it? When did you complete it?
Well,
the documentary.
It took me 7 years to make.
7 years.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Well, I'd made it with my own funds, so that's that's one of the reasons. I also had to take the Department of Justice to court to get access to some of the records.
Yeah.
I had cancer, which I beat. So all of these things
all happened during the course
interfered
of
with
this movie.
like making of it. But finally, I found money in France, and I edited it in Paris.
Yeah.
And it was finished in 2010.
In 2010.
Yeah.
So just, on a day like today, Reconciliation Day, and you look back at a horrific event in our painful past, and it really is. I mean, one of those events that really, like you say, it changed the course of the way things were done here. What do you think we can learn from this incident?
Well, I think, there are two things really. We can see from the film how far we've come, but I think we can also see how far we still have to go.
Yeah.
There's an enormous amount of reconciliation that still has to happen, that people just sort of push to the back, and they don't really want to deal with it now. Like the TRC was there, okay, that's over, gone. But actually what people need to do is they need to deal more with reconciliation every day. We need to work at it every day. And it's especially critical that the youth of South Africa understand what happened in the past, and that they understand the incredible sacrifices that many activists, not only the Cradock Four, made in order that we can be free now.
Most definitely. I know there's a screening tonight, 8 o'clock. Where is it happening?
It's on TV channel 190,
right,
which is Ed TV. And then it's also on Go TV, which is DSTV channel 65.
65.
Yeah.
Okay, so DSTV channel 190, and then again on channel 65, 8 o'clock this evening. You can watch the Cradock Four. It's 92 minutes long, and basically tells the story of the night of the 27th of June 1985, where security forces set up a roadblock near Port Elizabeth, and 4 accidents, including their leader, Matthew Guniwa, a popular teacher from a small South African town of Cradock, were ambushed in their car. All right.